Dear students, this is the fourth video clipping that I am coming out with. I have discussed with you about transformation of sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, and now that I have another piece of question to you. Complete the following dialogue. So you are expected to complete the dialogues. It's easy. Even in first view you had certain exercises for you to get used with language functions. Language functions certainly include greeting, then enquiring, agreeing, disagreeing, giving introduction, confirming, etc. So all these language functions, whatever you are expected to write, are given within the brackets. A sentence is begun, and that looking at the language function, you are expected to fill in the blank space. You should be able to complete. Say for example, if Bhaskar begins with say good morning, what shall be the reply for Bhaskar's greeting? Greeting good morning shall be replied with a good morning. So it might be offering help. May I help you? Would you like me to help you? Shall I help you? Shall I lift your basket? Etc. Then the other easier one, expressing gratitude. You are familiar with expressing gratitude just with one simple sentence. Thank you very much. Or can be simply thank you. Agreeing. Okay, I shall. Okay, I can. Okay, I will. This is how we agree. Disagreeing. No, I shall not. No, I cannot. No, I don't. These are the expressions that we use whenever we disagree with some person. Then, as you know, greeting somebody, disagreeing, agreeing, asking for preference, giving your preference. I prefer to have tea. I prefer to have tea. I prefer tea to coffee. This is how we use these language functions when we answer. Complete the following dialogue. This should be easier exercise to you. Don't leave out this question, students. It's easy for you to answer. Then moving on to the 29th question, wherein you have to fill the blanks with expressions used in the lessons. They are given within the brackets. Please read the 2 or 3 sentences given to you and answer them carefully. Then the 30th question is once again for you to fill the blanks using cohesive devices, or so to say linkers. And I tell you once again, students, if you read the lessons thoroughly, the prose units thoroughly, you will be able to recall those linkers or cohesive devices which are your answers for your blanks. You need not rewrite. Even if you simply write these linkers or cohesive devices, whatever you have to use for the blanks one after the other, without creating any confusion, you get marks, or that you can repeat your sentences with the linkers. And the next question, 31st question, is for you to answer the, answer using, by making notes. There's a small paragraph of 5 or 6 sentences, or maybe a few more, and a flow chart is shown there. And some clue is also given for each of these blanks. They are either in rectangle boxes or some other format. You should be able to look at the flow you should be able to fill these blanks by making notes. This is easy. Try to get 4 out of 4. They're not difficult to you certainly. And the next important question that we have in the question paper is job application. Students, listen to me. Whenever you apply for a job, as you all have been taught, write XXX for your name and YYY for your address. Then write the date of examination. Then write the person or the institution or the firm to which you are writing the application. Say, imagine here I have one such question paper with me, and here it is given the senior manager. The senior manager, then LinkedIn Co. LinkedIn Co. Bangalore. If this is the address for you to send in your job application, write this. It's given in your question paper. Repeat the same. Then followed by this, you have your salutation, sir. Then you can have your subject part here. That's obviously given in the question paper. Here in this question paper I am having, it's for the post of a manager, application for the post of a manager. Post of a manager. You can have the reference part coming next. Right? Here you do write advertisement in Indian Express, the Indian Express, dated 15 May, I'll put it this way, 2020 itself. Okay, right? Then you come to the text of the letter, body of the letter. You have to write the text of the letter, body of the letter, otherwise you will not be awarded marks. Just you begin this way. Here it, you can write in any way. Here it, I am sending my, you can use very simple words. I am forwarding my application. I am sending my application for the post of a manager in your company or firm, or you write bank, whatever is given, however is given. And this initial sentence, introductory sentence in the text of the letter shall be followed by a few more sentences, 4 or 5 more sentences. You can make sentences using the qualification expected of the candidate. Make simple sentences and put them in your text, or say text of the letter. Then after this, after completing your textual part, you write yours faithfully. Then you write, or put your signature, repeat the same. Then you can have your resume here, resume. You can have your resume here. In a resume part, we know we write the name. Obviously, again it shall be XXX. Then date of birth. You write date of birth, your own date of birth. Then you write father's name. Then you write address for communication, right here. Then you write educational qualification. You can have SSLC, then from government high school securing 75% PUC, then degree, diploma in computers or something, whatever is your qualification. Then you can have interested activities you are interested in. You can have just 2 or 3 here: photography, gardening, painting, etc. Then finally you can have your experience here. If you have some experience, and if experience is preferred, you can write, say, 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience, where you have put in your experience earlier. And you can also have your reference. 1 or 2 references can be written here. You can refer to somebody's name here: Mr. Mohan Kumar, headmaster, government high school, or can be Mr. Jairaj, doctor. This way you can have the reference. So if you complete the letter writing part, job application part this way, neatly in a very systematic manner, you will certainly score 5 out of 5. This shall be easier question to you all. And the next question is writing a speech in about 100 words using the clues given. Students, once again, this is easy. You have to write a speech. It may be to introduce a guest in some function. It may be a welcome address, or maybe about the arrangements that you have made for some program, some function, some activity in your college or in your institution. This is what you are expected of. Please cover the points. Whatever points are given for you to cover, use all those points and prepare your speech, and try to see that you will be able to write your speech in about 100-120 words. The easiest way of writing your speech is by making use of those points given to you. Use those points, whatever is given to you, in simple sentences. Let your speech have an introduction, greeting, introduction. Say, for example, respected principal and members of the staff. You can begin this way. Or ladies and gentlemen is the other way of introducing, other way of beginning. You can have a good beginning this way. Then straight away come to the person whom you are supposed to introduce or welcome. Just begin to say something about the guest who is on the dais. Introduce the guest and try to say a few words, make meaningful sentences while introducing your guest, giving the clue given about your guest. And finally, you can certainly have thanksgiving at the end. This can be the last sentence. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity.